And if your being in people's life is not bringing about any positivity into their life, if it is not making any positive impact in their life, then trust me, you have no business being in these people's life. Because honestly, every person that you meet is carrying a story that you may never hear. And it gets even worse because we are in a generation today where people like to judge before listening to your own side of the story. People don't care about your perception. People don't care about how you see it. They just judge you from far and they conclude on their judgment, forgetting that many people are silently battling personal struggles. People are battling emotional pains. People are overwhelmed with heavy responsibilities and they rarely want to talk about it. That's the sad generation that we are in. People truly don't care, right? They care so much about what their judgment is. They care so much about what the expectation they want you to live by is. So kindness has become one of the rarest things in this generation. That's why when you have the opportunity to meet with people, as much as you can, please do well to always show some kindness because kindness matters more than we sometimes realize. Do you know that a simple act of patience, or a warm greeting, or a listening ear, or that little gesture of understanding that you give to someone can go a very long way, can mean the world to someone who's going through a very difficult moment? So I always advise people whenever life gives you the opportunity to cross paths with people, please choose to bring light, not weight. Be that person who eases tension instead of adding to it. Get to be intentional of the fact that your attitude, your actions, your words, your behavior around people can either worsen people's situation or it can calm their storms. And be so intentional about calming people's storm. Don't say it's not your responsibility. It is, because so long as we are alive, we need each other to lean on. We need each other for survival. So sometimes your little act of kindness, no matter how little you think it is, can go a very long way in people's mental, can go a very long way to brighten up people's day. Honestly, you have to realize that the type of energy that you bring into people's life also matters. I always say that all the time. Be very mindful of the type of energy you bring into people's life. If the energy is about negativity, if the energy is about stress, if the energy is about pressure in people's life, then you have no business being in their life. Before you send in energy to people, do well to pause and reflect. If you were in these people's shoes and people send you this type of energy, how are you going to feel? No one deserves unnecessary burden, including you. We all need peace. We all need understanding. We all need that one person that can always be a source of hope or be a blessing to us. That's what everybody in the world needs. So as much as you can, be intentional about being that person who will consistently show up for others. So in this video, I'm urging you today to make it a daily mission to uplift people whenever and however you can. Be very intentional about it. The world is already full of struggles. There is so much struggles already going through in the world. So instead of adding to other people's struggles, how about you help them in your very little way to ease the struggles? Because people like you is what the world needs today. Be very intentional about choosing compassion. Be very intentional about choosing patience. Be very intentional about choosing understanding. You don't even know that that small kindness you're showing to someone today can be all the person needed to have a blessed day. That small kindness I'm going to show to you today can be all you needed to have a fulfilled day. So, as much as you can, be intentional about it. And to everyone who's been kind to people in one way or another, whether to strangers or to people they know, you are all noticed. And for you, please make it a part of you and do well to have a great day. Cheers.